Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of calculus. We're going to go over some fundamental theorem of calculus problems, and I'm going to work out an example problem. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, problem 2, and work it out first. How's that? So I'm going to leave myself a little room to deal with, and I'm also going to get my pen a little skinnier. So what we're going to do is take the integral of this problem 2, and you can do this in different ways. One way to do this is to separate it out individually, but I think in this form it probably shouldn't be so bad. So your answer for this is going to be, you take x squared and add 3 to that, add 1 to that, so we have x to the third, and then we'll have divided by 3, so we're going to end up getting x cubed for that. Does that sound right? And then what's going to be our integral of this next one right here? Well, we're going to have x squared divided by 2, so that's just going to be x, right? Or x squared, excuse me, right? And then this one here is going to be minus, we have x to the 1 divided by 1, so that's going to be x. And then we're evaluating that in the interval from -1 to 3. And so this is just like our, whoops, I got the wrong thing. So this is just like our notation that we learned in Bob's vegetable garden here, right? Same type of thing. So now we can plug in. We'll plug in 3, so we get 3 cubed minus 3 squared minus 3, just replacing x, right? Replacing x with 3, and then we're going to subtract out this with the substitution of -1. Now, what it is, we got a negative number here, so I'm going to make sure that I parenthesize here, and minus -1 squared minus -1 like that. And now we just work this all out and get what we need. And I get 27 minus 9. What is 27 minus 9? 18. Minus 3, that's 15, is it? And then we're going to subtract out what all this is. This is going to be -1 minus 1, so that's -2. And minus -1, so that's going to be -1. Is that -1 plus 2? -1 minus 1 plus 1, right? -1, so minus -1. So we're going to get 16 for that. Does that sound right? And this is, in this exercise set, a really good thing to do is to go ahead and check these with your calculator. Right? You know how to check these with your calculator? Right? To put in your integral and just to see if it's right, because how easy is it to make a mistake on this? Super easy, okay? If I could be fired for making a arithmetic mistake as a teacher, I would have been fired thousands of times already. Okay, questions on this one? All right, what I want you to do is go back and do number 1 and go forward and do number 3. Can you do that? I want to make sure that you have some calculators. Use your calculator too, because I don't trust myself sometimes. Okay, looks like you're a little over halfway charged, yeah?
What?
Your calculator's charging up. So I will go here to math. 9. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I will. You finished number 1 yet? You're still working on number 1?
I definitely got a goofy fraction.
For number 1? Yeah, and how do you know you're going to get a goofy fraction? Whenever you integrate x squared, you're going to end up getting a third, right? Somehow. You're going to divide by 3. So you're going to get something related to that somehow. You get a division by 3. So I will go ahead. I'll go ahead and choose somebody for this. One for number 1 to help us out. Okay, let's see here. All right, Gavin, looks like you're the man of the hour. All right, Gavin.
Number 1?
Yes. Do you have anything on your paper?
Not for number 1.
For which one then?
Just for number 2, the one that we did on
Okay, you didn't hear me when I said work number 1?
I think, yeah, I heard you. I just don't know how.
Okay. Carson, Kylie, all right, Kylie. All right.
Okay. I'm kind of confused, but I think I half understand.
Okay.
Like, don't you see? Solve apparently. Whenever you integrate the like x squared, isn't it? X to the third.
So x to the third, okay.
I don't know the 1/3.
So 1/3, so divide by 3 is what you're saying, okay? Is that our integration there?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 to 2.
And then we have to fill in the 1 and 2 for
Okay, so you get like 2 to the 3rd power,
over 3.
divide by 3, and you subtract out 1 to the 3rd power over 3. So that's going to be 2 to the 3rd power. That's 8/3 minus 1/3
7/3.
equals 7/3. So is that right?
Yes, that's what I got.
That's what you got. What you should be able to do is you should be able to check it on your calculator too. So when you press this on the calculator, you should get, if you got it right, you should get like 2.333 something. Is that what you got when you checked it? Okay. See, that's not too bad, Gavin. Is that bad, Gavin?
Huh?
Is this that bad? Okay, what I want you to do is do number 3. One thing you look at number 3 that will help you is what's the square root of 9?
3.
3. So what this means is that when you wrap this up, you're going to have something that's not going to be that hard. So for here, for number 3, you got 0 to 9 of x to the 1/2 power dx. So go ahead and work that one, and I'll choose somebody else for this one here in a couple minutes, okay? Leave a little room here. Okay. I have trouble working this out in my head. Okay. Gavin, you're added back. To the wheel. Yeah, what I'm expecting in this is I'm expecting, hey, I did something, and when you did something, did you make a mistake or not? That, to me, that's not as important, because when we go over this thing, we're gonna ferret out those mistakes. But we're not going to be able to really achieve something if we're operating on a blank canvas. In other words, have something worked out. Okay. All right. I don't know how you guys done or close to being done over here.
I think I'm pretty close.
Pretty close. Okay.
I think the wheel better not beat me.
Okay. Do you have something done, Hannah, on your paper?
I do have something. done.
Okay, good. That's all I need to know. Carson, you ready too? Okay.
Ready.
Ready? Okay. Ready or not? Here I come.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. Let's see here. Gavin or
Sit! God damn it.
Did I hear what
There it is.
What?
All right. That happens. All right, go ahead here. What we got?
Aaron,
I'm sorry? Oh,
You were
shoot.
chosen. You were chosen there.
Well,
who's lost?
that would wouldn't it just be 2/3 x to 3/2?
So you got 2/3 x to the 3/2
And then from 0 to 9.
from 0 to 9. Okay.
And so it's all goofy, you have to do,
Yeah. So
yeah.
what it is, and correct me if I'm wrong. So you're taking 1/2 and adding 1 to it. So that's where your 3/2 comes from. And you divide by 3/2, which is the same as that. And then, is that as far as you got?
No, I got it all.
Okay, go ahead.
So you have to like take 9 to the 3/2, which ends up being 27. And then
So 9, you say 9 to the 3/2
it's 27.
equals 27.
Because the square root of 9 is 3.
Square root of 9 is 3. So
2/3 times 27 is 18.
So 2/3 times 27.
And then minus 0.
Minus 0.
Is nothing.
See, that's what you look for on these problems. If you can engineer it that your lower limit is 0, that's going to make your life easier. So now what do we have? Equals
18.
18.
I
Did
did
you-
it right.
Did you check it in your calculator? You should have already known you were
Yes.
right, because you could have already checked it in your calculator, right?
Oh, okay, well, I didn't do that, then I thought it was wrong. but-
How did you guys on the west wall do on this? Did you do okay on this? Did you
Yeah.
do similar?
Got it right.
You did?
Oh,
Okay, good.
My picture's fault.
Good, good. All right, let's go on here.
Let's do number 5.
5.
Let's do no more.
Pretty much, I think
Are you gonna throw it?
4, 5. Yeah. This one here, this is not as bad as it looks, because this one here is like 5 to 10. It's going to be, it'll be actually 2/3. Then you have x to the negative 2 power dx.
Oh, not too bad.
So that's not so bad, is it?
No, but not fun.
But this one here, I agree with Kaya, I think this one is easier. Because it's going to be 4x squared minus 4x plus 1, I think. So go ahead and do number 4. I think that's probably as far in the class will go before your homework assignment for the day.
Which one are you doing?
4.
Okay.
Gavin, you have 4 done?
No,
Okay.
okay, it is.
All right. All right. This one here, I'll just, well, let me do this final spin first here. It would be Carson, okay.
He like that.
Pardon me?
I like that.
Can you do what?
I like that.
Okay, yeah, come on, that's fine. That we have, that is fine. We have the time for it.
I'll be honest,
Okay,
there's a mess in my work, I got 115.
Hey, that's what I got.
I did
you got 115?
I got 115.
115th?
Yes.
Okay,
Over 15.
yeah, let's check it out. Let's work it out. How'd you do?
Yeah.
So you got 2/3,
2/3.
and then this thing right here,
Yeah, the 10, 5.
x to the
-1.
-1 divided by -1. So we can just go ahead and
It's -2.
multiply like that, right?
Yep.
So this is going to be -2 over 3x, is that right?
Yep.
Yes.
And then we go ahead and substitute in, we go ahead and do it from 5 to 10, right? So it's going to equal to -2 over 30 minus -2 over 3 over 15, right?
Yes.
So that's going to be -1/15 minus -2/15. So that's going to be 1/15, right? Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. So what I want you to do is I'm going to give you 6 problems for homework assignment today.